I'm gonna be a pilot. Best in the galaxy.
Heard about a job. Big shot gangster putting together a crew.
Who are these guys? Han Solo. Lando Calrissian.
Whoa, is that a Wookiee?
On May 25th.
If you come with us, you're in this life for good. You in?
That's yes.
Solo, a Star Wars story. Rated PG-13.
You've never heard of the Millennium Falcon?
Should I have?
It's a ship that made the Kessel Run in less than 12 parsecs.
Hi everyone, welcome to Kessel Run Weekly. My name's Kristen.
And I'm Danny.
And today we have lots of exciting news. Well, I guess not news, but lots of exciting topics.
Yeah, so some of it's news. So coming out of the Solo premiere this past week, the red carpet premiere, all that kind of stuff, we got some cool stuff about the Jon Favreau TV show.
Yeah.
We've got Kenobi rumors again. And then, of course, it's Solo season. So we've got to talk about Solo stuff because it's less than 2 weeks away.
Most definitely. Super pumped and excited.
Oh, definitely. So, yeah. So I guess you want to go ahead and start off with the Jon Favreau interview?
Yeah, let's get started.
Cool. So, in an interview with Nerdist.com on the red carpet premiere and everything this past week, Jon Favreau was talking to Dan Casey, who he revealed to him about where his TV show is going to be set. Because we're getting a Star Wars TV show from Favreau, and then we've got all these other people that are in the works, Game of Thrones dudes, all that kind of stuff. So we found out that the Favreau show, that's the official name now.
It's the Favreau show.
It's canon. The Favreau show is going to be set 3 years after Return of the Jedi. So officially he had said 7 years after A New Hope, after the Battle of Yavin was his exact words. So 3 years after Return of the Jedi. So I wanted to ask you, what do you want to see? What do you think it might be? Because we're right at the time where we're at the beginning of the fall of the Empire and everything, because that's right after they've destroyed Death Star 2, the Empire's crumbling, Palpatine's dead, Vader's dead, all that kind of stuff. The galaxy is in utter disarray. What do you want to see?
So I guess, I totally want to see the rise of the Ewoks. Most definitely.
I wasn't expecting that.
Most definitely. So, they just burn up Vader's body.
So the Ewoks reign supreme.
Yeah, most definitely. Yeah.
So
No, I'm just kidding. But
the Ewok regime.
right.
Wicket as their leader.
Most definitely. I don't know. Maybe the in between. I don't know.
Well,
there's just so much still we
yeah.
don't know, because I guess this is the point after. Really, this is the ending. Technically.
Technically, the ending of the original trilogy. Yeah.
So the next time we see anyone is
Battlefront II, actually, with the Battle of Jakku, with Iden and everything. So you remember when we fought on Jakku and all the things were falling out of the sky?
Yeah.
That's shortly after Return of the Jedi.
Okay. Well, see, I was thinking movie-wise, so I was going to the Last
Force
Jedi
Awakens.
and Force Awakens and stuff, where you don't really see anyone but Han and Leia, and they're together, because you kind of figured, but we don't see that happen, and obviously they're split too. And then you have Luke, who just disappeared, and we know why now, but I don't know, maybe just that that story maybe of
okay,
Ben and kind of maybe what led Luke to want to do the whole Jedi thing again, considering he was the last one, technically, right? Ish.
Ish.
Air quotations, the last one. You know what I'm saying? So,
he was really proud of that title, and he was all hipster about it. It was weird.
Right. So, I don't know, just those kind of things.
Yeah.
There's such a big gap, I feel like. There's just I can't speculate too much, just because I don't have any expectations of oh yes, this would be super cool and this would be super cool, but I guess more stories like they have been doing. They've been doing a really good job of producing those in betweens and and they're making the shows now too to kind of help fill in some of those gaps.
Yeah, I think what I'm interested in, because immediately following Return of the Jedi, I mean, like I said, we get a little bit of it in Battlefront 2. There's a trilogy of novels, the Aftermath trilogy, that are literally set right after the downfall of the Empire. Goes through the Battle of Jakku, all that kind of stuff. So we get the kind of crumbling of everything. So I wonder if 3 years after this is like, okay, the new Galactic Republic has been established. Because we see the Galactic Republic dying in Force Awakens, where Starkiller Base hits the Hosnian system. That's the new Galactic Republic, the New Republic. So with that, I'm wondering if 3 years after Return of the Jedi, maybe that's when it's starting to set. I would imagine, because I mean, I think Kylo, Ben Solo, is almost 30. Not quite. I want to say he's close to 30. I can't remember his exact age. I know he's much older than, well, not much, but he's older than Rey. But I wonder, I mean, you got to think that we would get a little Ben Solo somewhere, because we have the Last Shot novel that takes place after Return of the Jedi as well, somewhere in between then. And then we got Star Wars Resistance that's coming out this shortly before. So we have no shortage of Star Wars material coming up for sure. But I would like to see a little Ben Solo. I want to see Finn Wolfhard play him. I think that would be really cool if they pull him live action. Kid from Stranger Things.
Like the main one?
I can't remember his name. Yes, the main one. He's Eleven's best friend.
Will?
No, not Will.
Will's the one that
yeah, he's the one that everything happens to. You know who I'm talking about, though.
Yeah, I do. My goodness, why are we so bad at this?
I know. But yeah,
literally, his name will pop up in the middle of the middle of recording. I'll be like, "Bleh!"
Is that exactly how it'll come out?
Yeah, like I'll just be like, his name's da da da.
I'll have a translator ready for you.
We'll have to like circle back and
yeah. But yeah, so I think it would be really cool to see him play a young Ben Solo, because him and Adam Driver, almost lost his name. Him and Adam Driver kind of have like some similarities that I think would be really cool. So in the same way that I think that Millie Bobby Brown would be cool to play like a young Leia or something.
That would be cool.
That would be cool.
That'd be really cool. So yes, one thing we might see is if we see Ben, and we see that. Are we talking about kind of possibly seeing that I mean, we kind of know what happens between him and Luke that makes him kind of turn, but what kind of seals the deal that, like, is he just rogue on his own until Snoke comes to power, or has Snoke been in his ear, like, the entire time, like, Ben?
I think Snoke's been in his ear. I think he's been in his ear for a long time, because so think about it. Palpatine was in Anakin's ear for a very, very long time. Into the Phantom Menace, we'll watch your career with great interest. So he was with him the whole time, mentoring him and grooming him and kind of twisting his mind to whatever it might be. So could we get like a Snoke that doesn't look like a deformed clone?
I mean, maybe he's always looked like that.
Maybe he's always looked like that. I don't know. I find it hard for a little kid to be drawn to a scary old man looking like that, though. So I don't know. I could be wrong, though. But
not if we don't know, like, don't know, like, if Ben maybe not knowing what he looked like. Maybe he never actually physically saw him. You know how Palpatine kind of did that hood thing for a while there, and you didn't see him?
Yeah.
Duh. Hiding his identity.
And this is why you don't talk to people on the internet, kids. No, I'm just kidding. But yeah. What? Mike? It happened.
I told you.
His character is Mike. Anyways.
Yeah, it's Mike from Stranger Things.
Yeah. But yeah, so like, and that's the thing is like, you brought up an interesting point about the downfall of Kylo. I feel like we might get a little bit of that, but I'm thinking we're probably going to get along the lines of like much younger Kylo before he's like at that point, because the way that, if I'm remembering this correctly, Star Wars Resistance covers, I think it's 10 years before Force Awakens, and then this is 3 years after Return of the Jedi, so there's still a giant gap in between there, which is likely where that whole downfall happens. So there's a reason I think that they're keeping that kind of close right now, especially since 9 hasn't come out yet.
Right. I don't know. Like, I almost feel like this has got to be something where we don't even see our beloved characters, because, like, how do you replicate that? You know what I mean? Like, as much as we want to see Ben, like, how are we going to see Han and Leia? How are we going to see Luke? Like,
I mean, we got Alden now.
But
Yeah.
I don't know. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, there's just...
You didn't see, she just rolled her eyes at me, but...
I did, I'm sorry. But, yeah.
Okay. Well,
I don't
cool.
know.
Yeah. So, I mean, there's endless possibilities, but
There really is.
I'm very excited about this pre-Resistance, Fall of the Empire kind of time period that we're filling in the gaps for. I think it's going to be really cool.
Yeah, you're always excited about new Star Wars. Anytime there's, like, new shows, new movies, new video games, new story,
Oh, yeah.
Danny's, like, all over it.
Oh, I'm a story...
Not the books as much,
yeah.
unfortunately, but...
Well, I see some of the books hold me. Like Thrawn, I'm really excited for Thrawn Alliances, because that book was phenomenal. I love that one. Leia, Princess of Alderaan was good. It didn't hold my attention as well as Thrawn did, but now, since Thrawn was my first Star Wars book, it's kind of my standard, I guess, which is an unfair standard in some respects. But yeah, so, I mean, Leia, Princess of Alderaan was a really good read and everything. It was cool, because it added a lot to Last Jedi. I'm trying to read Last Shot now. I haven't started it yet, so keyword being trying to. Just got to get to sit down to start it and everything. I am excited about that one, though.
Yeah, I think we talked about that in one of the last shows, that we were both excited about that one just because of the more story.
Mm-hmm. Oh, absolutely.
More story.
Yes.
Especially about Han.
To our favorite smugglers.
Yes, of course. We like Han stories, so...
Oh, yeah. Definitely. So cool. So moving on with story, actually. New story and stuff like that. So we got a rumor. We heard a rumor.
Rumor.
The rumor mill is churning again with, you guessed it, the Kenobi movie.
Hello there.
So this is like probably the fourth or fifth time here recently that it's been, oh, Kenobi movie is on. Oh, it's off. It's on. It's off. Mm-hmm. Well, now we have a report from Fantatrax in the UK who says that they have a source at Pinewood Studios that's working, they're kind of dividing different departments, art departments, stuff like that, for Kenobi really getting things moving, that it's in pre-production right now, and that we should be getting, or it should be starting to shoot spring of 2019, shortly before Episode 9 releases. So what do you think about Kenobi?
We'll see.
We'll see.
I don't know.
I feel like that's your answer for everything. What do you think about Solo? We'll see.
Well,
we'll
I
see.
mean, I feel like we've had this conversation once before when, like, the first kind of rumors started about it and it possibly being a thing. And, you know, I think we kind of agreed upon that, like, where would we land with Kenobi? You know what I mean? Because, I mean, Kenobi's kind of been there. Like, I guess we didn't see, like, Kenobi's childhood, but, I mean...
See, I doubt that it would ever go back that
that's
far.
what I'm saying. Like, that would be really...
Maybe a flashback or something.
Maybe, but that's just, like, childhood, just probably not.
Baby Kenobi.
Right. Because, I mean, because didn't they, like, find... I know they didn't, like, kidnap like they do in the First Order, but don't they, like...
So, certain point of view, but...
So, like, maybe Obi-Wan's got, like, a Anakin kind of, you know, story where he was just young, and who knows if he was with his family or not, and then...
I mean, there's a lot of story there, because, I mean, we get a little bit of that in the Clone Wars with Duchess Satine, where, I mean, obviously something happened, where he was like, I would have left the Order had you asked me.
Right.
And so, yes, I mean, he definitely has a backstory.
Well, no, yeah, most definitely.
Yeah.
But I don't think it's worth...
I'm not for a Kid Kenobi movie.
No. I'm not either. Not unless it's, like, somehow, like, really intertwined with something else. But I don't feel that being the situation. So, I mean, other than that, we got, like, kind of grown up Kenobi.
Well, see, this is where I think it would land if we did a Kenobi solo movie. Not a crossover, like, by himself. No, I'm just teasing.
Whatever.
But no, if we did a Kenobi standalone, I think it would have to be after Revenge of the Sith. But the limitations that you would have on something like that would be very tight, because Kenobi can't leave Tatooine. And that's part of the Star Wars fun, because even in Solo, and even in the trailers for Solo, we see like 3 different planets. So, I mean, and that's the thing with, I mean, even Rogue One did the same thing. We're traveling places. Kenobi can't leave Tatooine. Right. Otherwise, canonically, that just ruins the whole vow he has to protect Luke. He can't leave, because what if they find Luke? What if something happens to Luke and everything? We've seen in the Star Wars comics, that Boba Fett actually goes looking for Luke.
Yeah.
And everything. So that's where I'm kind of like, I don't know really what it could be. Somebody brought up it was a podcast I was listening to that they thought maybe like a lone samurai kind of feel to it or something like that, like an exiled samurai. But at the same time, like, so what are we gonna get? Like Kenobi just communing with Qui-Gon, just talking to himself. I mean,
here's the pitch.
Oh God.
Man in desert. Camera pans out. More desert. Camera pans out again. More desert. Camera pans out for third time. More desert. Like, I just don't... I'm not intrigued with this idea.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, I just kind of hope this is a false rumor again.
Yeah.
Because
Okay.
I'm not intrigued with the idea of just being on one planet and just being there like Kenobi.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, you know, how are you, like, what is he going to be doing? What's going to happen? Is he going to be like a...
What story can even be told at this
like,
point
what is he gonna
that
do?
even means something to the greater story?
Right, and
Yeah.
that's what I'm kind of, like, trying to picture and think about, like, what could possibly be going on other than him just kind of babysitting Luke from a distance. You know, like, is he going to...
Crazy old Uncle Kenobi sitting in the bushes watching him.
Right, like, is he going to fight crime?
Mm-hmm.
Like
a vigilante story.
yeah, is he gonna be like vigilante? Like what
Yeah.
does he do?
Exactly. And so I'm still, even though I can't really picture what story might be told, I would still be excited for a Kenobi film because I like Kenobi. So it's kind of like, okay, this is a story that I didn't think of. Solo was a story that I didn't think of originally. So I feel a little bit more open because I feel, and I haven't seen the movie yet, but I'm kind of in a place where I'm a little more open about these standalones because I was the one that was saying, who needs it? Like, that was not ever I know, right? Gasp. I mean, it's just, it wasn't a story that I ever thought that I needed. But the trailer started coming out. I got really excited for it. And I'm really excited to see it now and everything. So I'm kind of more open to the Kenobi movie happening because I can't fathom what story it would be. But at the same time, I'm kind of like, okay. I think it'd be cool because I like Kenobi. I like younger Kenobi. We'll put it that way. Old Ben, he's good. But there's more story to be had in Ewan McGregor and everything in that age time. I do have a question for you, though. If Ewan McGregor was not Obi-Wan Kenobi and they had to recast him, would you be excited for it? Would you be down for it at all?
I mean, I say yes.
Okay. Why?
I don't know, just, I mean, you know, so far, and this is just based off, I guess, well, not really anything, because they've never had to really recast anyone, I guess, but, you know, other than
Well, they've
Solo.
recast, yeah, Solo.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, but we haven't seen it. Mm-hmm. But I don't want to, like, put too much pressure on you, you know, Lucasfilm, but they haven't done us wrong yet. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? Like, I don't feel like they're going to find someone who's going to compromise what they've been doing. Like, why would you find someone complete opposite of Obi-Wan Kenobi if you were trying to portray that character? You know what I mean? So it's kind of like, I feel like if they find someone, they're going to find someone good, and they're going to stick to someone who's going to, like, still keep that same idea of what Kenobi was. Because, I mean, how are you going to, like, how old is he now compared to what he was?
Oh, I don't even know.
20 years, is that pushing it?
Something like that, yeah.
So,
let's see, Phantom Menace came out in 99. So, yeah.
Yeah.
About 20 years.
About 20 years. So how do you, even if you didn't want to recast him, how do you turn back 20 years on that? You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, you could CGI him, but is it worth it?
Yeah.
Is it worth it?
Well, and that's the thing, is that Ewan McGregor's come out and said that he would like to be a part of this. So, and then everybody was, like, freaking out because Ewan McGregor was at the Solo premiere, too. And they were like, what does it mean? But, I mean, we've seen, like, in that same respect, Ray Park was there, who plays Darth Maul, so Darth Maul coming to Solo. So, it's kind of, I mean, technically he could because he'd be alive by the Clone Wars. But anyways... But yeah, so I don't know. Like, I think that Ewan McGregor would do it for sure. I don't think that's really much of a question.
No, I mean, I would still love to see him as it, but if you were going to rewind and try to throw back to 20 years ago, like, that's Ewan McGregor's just not an option. Unless we try to find, unless we...
Oh, you're talking about, like, if they go young Kenobi.
Yeah, if they do, like, young Kenobi, that's not an option. But if they do, like, not necessarily... Well, you can't do President Kenobi because he's gone.
That'd be a short movie.
Right.
And Force Ghost.
All I could think about was the part where Vader, like, strikes him down, air quotes, because he just kind of disappears.
He becomes a pile of laundry.
Yeah, that's all I could think about after I was about to be like, current Obi-Wan. And I was like, no, he's not there anymore. He fell into the pile of rubble.
Yeah.
Well, not rubble, but
he's just a cloth pile on the floor.
Pile. Unfortunately.
That Kenobi never cleans up after himself.
Told you, Kenobi, pick up your clothes! But, I mean, you could do, like, I don't know, like, I'm just still, like, thinking about this desert. Like, I can't get the desert out of my head. Like, could we get, like, a rogue Kenobi? Could he, like, be like, this isn't worth it anymore? But then he comes back, so I don't know.
Well, you gotta think that maybe he had doubts at some point, but I don't know. I've never felt like Kenobi's a wavering character. Because even when he doubted that he wanted to stay a Jedi and was going to leave for Satine, he still chose his commitment. He's always one to stick with commitment, so that's where I'm kind of like, I can't really see him wavering that much.
I know.
But I don't know. Like, that's the thing, is like, it's kind of, Kenobi is Kenobi. How much more character development can we get out of a character that's pretty much run their arc? So,
right.
I don't know.
I guess that's where I'm, like, stuck, is it's just kind of like, where do we go?
Exactly. So, yeah.
Because, I mean, at least with Han, like, even if you didn't picture, like, young Han, like, at least it was there. It was an option.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? Like, there wasn't any, like, oh, well, we already seen young Han. Like, no, you saw, like, 20-year-old Han, right? Like, isn't that how old he was? Probably 20-ish?
He was 29, I think, in A New Hope. Is that what you're talking about?
Yeah. I'm just trying to figure out, like, what age. Like, so, I mean, obviously...
I'm pretty sure he was 29 in A New Hope.
Yeah, so obviously, like, young Han and how he got on his ways was always, like, an open option. Like, there was nothing... Maybe books or comics or something, but other than, like, TV-wise, like, there was nothing for him for that. I mean, you know what I'm saying? Like, there was always that open slot. So, I guess... We'll see. If this is a rumor, then it's a rumor, and we don't have to think about it, sweat over anymore, or think about the stupid desert.
And this has been Clickbait with Kessel Run Weekly.
Exactly. We're going to loop you for this for another 10 hours.
So Kenobi aside, what character would you like to see get their own movie?
So, personally, I would love to see a Lumpy movie. Lumpy is life.
You're not going to let that one go.
We need a grown-up Lumpy. How has Lumpy overcome being without his father? Single mom raises Lumpy. What obstacles does Lumpy have to go through?
Lumpy's got to become the man of the house.
Right. Like,
the Wookiee of the
did
house.
Did Lumpy turn to the streets? No, I'm just kidding. Did Lumpy end up in jail? Like, what happened to Lumpy?
You just got Lumpy with a face tattoo. A bandana.
Lumpy's got a grill and everything now. Like, no, I'm just kidding. But Lumpy, what did he do? Did he finish school, become a successful businessman? Does he wear a suit every day? Like, tell me more, Star Wars. I want to know about Lumpy.
I can't. Just kidding. And that's where we end that segment.
Told you it was good, though.
That was good. You've been waiting on that one too.
I have.
So, other than Lumpy, because I mean, obviously we know that's box office gold. Who else would you like to see get their own movie?
So just off the top of my head, nothing that I've been thinking about for a really long time, I swear. Which I know every time I think we talk about this, you kind of throw it down because of a book. So I keep telling you, I'd love to see Leia. I would love to see a Leia movie, like a Leia/Organa, just because of the fact that, I mean, you know, Leia kind of jumps in the movies at, what, like 14, 15 maybe, age-wise?
She's 19 at the time.
19, okay, so we get, like, almost 20 years without Leia, other than, like, her being, like, baby, like, here, Organas, have a baby. So, I mean, I think that'd be cool, and maybe trickle in some, like, Force kind of stuff or something. I don't know. Maybe not. Just kind of depends to kind of see, like, if... Because obviously we know Leia has it, but we don't really know it until this last movie. So I think it'd be cool. Don't know who would play her. Obviously we'd have to recast because, well, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I was thinking more so she's just younger, but...
Yeah, well, I mean...
It hit me, and I was like, oh.
Well, and that's where I think Millie Bobby Brown would be cool as a younger Leia. Because she's got that look. I mean, and nobody can replace Carrie Fisher.
Well, of course
but
not.
And that's the thing, is that was a big argument with Solo, is that nobody can be Harrison Ford. Well, cool. They don't have to. They just have to be Han or Leia.
Right.
So, I think it would be really cool if we got a younger Leia. My struggle is that I don't see what story could be told. Because of Leia, Princess of Alderaan, and then we've got everything after that.
Right.
So...
I don't know. Like I said, Leia Organa, so maybe we can figure out how the Organas got into the position they're in or something, and kind of what their side of
something
the war
on
is.
Alderaan?
Yeah, so
Okay.
what kind of the side of the war is, kind of what Alderaan's like, and I don't know, just maybe the effects of war on there or something.
Okay.
You know what I mean? So I don't know. Like I said, it's just thoughts. Other than that, I would really love to see Darth Plagueis. I would love a Darth Plagueis Insidious kind of like story.
Okay.
Kind of like how Sidious came to be, kind of Plagueis. Maybe not how he came to be. Maybe he was already kind of there. And just kind of like...
Something acknowledging him, I think, more than just a legend.
Right.
Or a story.
Have you heard the story of Darth Plagueis the Wise?
Pause from a dramatic effect.
No, I have not. Of course, the Jedi would not tell you about this story. I probably missed every single one of those, but it's fine.
It's close enough. Close enough.
You get it. We'll watch the movie soon. I'll quote it for you guys. It's fine. But yeah, that's pretty much it. I just think of Plagueis and Sidious, Palpatine, kind of, you know.
That'd be cool. I wonder how they would do something like that, like the premise on that, because having just a Darth Plagueis movie, unless you're telling his story entirely, like, I don't know. That'd be, I don't know.
Maybe we can go as far back as, like, because Yoda's really old. So maybe Yoda knows him
It's possible.
something, and Yoda's seen that, like, not like the dark side, I guess, because he's always seen the dark side, but I don't know, maybe kind of how the dark side kind of rose and kind of almost started kind of getting there with.
Because, I mean, Yoda was, 900 in Return of the Jedi when he passed. So, I mean, he's seen a few things.
Right. So, I mean,
more than just the span of time that we've seen.
Right. So, it doesn't have to be just Plagueis and Sidious. It could be...
I think that'd be cool to introduce in, like, maybe the Benioff and Weiss, the Game of Thrones guys, like in their TV series or their series of whatever they get. That'd be cool. Kind of I feel like that would almost fit a little more into the Old Republic kind of stuff, too. So it's like before the Republic.
Right.
Kind of deal.
I don't know what kind of story to be told, but we don't know too much that far back. So it's something, I think it'd be cool.
I agree.
So yeah.
Definitely.
That's kind of my thought. That's kind of what I would like to see, but maybe not.
Yeah. I'm still on board with the Lumpy standalone.
Totally.
That's the one that needs to happen.
Most definitely.
Tell you, multi-million dollars. Billions at the box office.
I'd see it 300 times.
All right, so next up, we have some Solo news.
Han Solo!
Yay! Solo! So, the premiere was just this past week, May 10th, the red carpet premiere, and with it, the embargo for the reviews and stuff like that has been lifted, so people are writing about it, putting out the reviews, all this other kind of stuff. And for the most part, now, I'll be honest, I haven't gone searching for these reviews because I'm very scared of spoilers. Because I've kind of seen people hint at big twists and things that are really bold that I don't want to know. Not until I sit down in that seat and watch the movie for the first time and everything. So I haven't gone searching for reviews, but the reviews, spoiler-free ones that I've seen lately from, like, I think it was Savannah Kiefer, Dorky Diva. She had posted one. Steel Wars posted one. I think Brian Young had one out as well. All of them, I small group, because I know they're going to be spoiler-free, but everything seems really positive. So that's something I'm very excited about to see. But we took to Instagram in this last stretch towards Solo to kind of ask everybody, what are you thinking about Solo? What are you most excited about? So I have some things from them. Are you ready?
Hey, yeah, let's do it.
So our first one comes from a friend of the show, Cheyenne, at Jerica Training Academy. If you want to follow her on Instagram, she says, I'm excited that this is going to be an adventure. I love lore and the Force, but this is just going to be fun and I can't wait.
Yay!
Me too.
Same.
Like, any kind of, like I say it all the time, I'm a sucker for backstory. I love seeing how things came to be. Like, why are you the way you are? kind of thing. So, I don't know. I'm really, really excited about that for sure. I'm most excited for how Chewie met Han.
Yeah.
The greatest friendship ever told.
Right, yeah. We've definitely been looking forward to that, and I think it's going to be quite the story.
Oh, definitely. And so we have another one from at Storyteller2899 on Instagram. They say, I keep forgetting how close it is, because we're less than 2 weeks out right now. What I'm most excited for would probably be just the fact that we get to see more of Solo. I'm in love with the casting, and I'm excited for all the amazing visual effects. I'm just excited for another Star Wars.
Yes.
Yes, definitely. And that's where I'm at with it as well, I think. Because like I said, I was one of those who was going, who asked for this, but I'll see it anyways because it's Star Wars. I'm glad that it's happening. I never thought that I would say that. I was fully expecting for this to be one of those one-offs of, yeah, Solo exists, whatever.
Come on. You should know Star Wars better than that.
I should.
You should know Lucasfilm better than that. They're not just going to do something silly.
My trust wavered. I'm so sorry.
You'll be punished. I'm just kidding.
I'll be punished with the Christmas special. Anyways.
On loop.
Worse than waterboarding. Anyways. But yeah, our next one comes from at FoxRowan09T, our longtime friend.
Yes.
He says, I'm going to try to read this as fluently as I can. I'm excited for Five-Finger Death Scissor Punch. Third Scissor Punch. That guy is the Miek of Star Wars. So Miek and Korg from Thor Ragnarok.
Oh my lord.
Oh, Miek, you're alive. He's alive, guys. What was your question again, bro?
Miek. But he says he's also excited to see the Pikes. I'm excited for them. You're going to like this one. You ready for this? Also excited to see the rock that people thought was Slave 1. That rock is legendary. Hasbro, sell us that rock. Hot Wheels vehicle pack.
Next thing you know, rocks are going to be packaged as fake Slave 1.
Right.
It's not a rock.
I will believe it till the second that it's disproved that's Slave 1. I still think it's Slave 1.
We're going to be like in theaters and we'll be like, oh, like grabbing onto our chairs, like, oh my god, it's a rock.
Just a passing asteroid.
This is why the rock is shaped like that. This is why they did that. They were like, ooh, what can we do to really like get people like on their toes about like who could possibly be in this movie? Oh, I know. Let's like crop Slave 1 ship into a rock in one of the trailers and they'll catch it. I swear to you they will. But Bob, what if they don't see it? They'll see it.
Oh, they'll find it.
They find everything, Bob.
Oh my goodness. But no, I still subscribe to that being Slave 1. For sure.
Same.
Yeah. So I've definitely been seeing less unexcited. Not saying that there aren't people out there that aren't excited for it. But I'm really glad that for the most part there's more positivity towards it and everything, especially with all the drama that it went through, changing directors, all that kind of mess. Because I even told you at one point with Ron Howard's tweets and stuff from the set and everything, which they were really cool and they're really awesome if it wasn't under the pretext of, hey guys, everyth's fine. Everything's going great. Just wanted to let you know. Just wanted to check in.
Everything's not on fire behind us, I swear. I swear. It's fine.
It reminded me of that meme with the dog that's like, everything's on fire and he's just holding his coffee cup. Oh, everything's fine. But that's what it reminded me of with those tweets, even though those tweets were like really cool behind the scenes pictures and everything. And I'm glad that we got those because it gave it a really cool kind of hint to Solo. And then on top of that, I noticed that, yes, we got a lot of clips from The Last Jedi, but have you noticed that there's been like 4,000 other 2-minute clips of... I feel like we could piece together the entire movie from these little clips. Granted, I have not watched them. I have actively avoided them. But I feel like there's a lot more push on this one to be like, everything's fine. You're going to like it. I promise.
I know we scared you in the beginning, but please come back.
Please come back. I love you.
It's fine now.
Everything's under control. Situation normal.
What happened?
Had a slight weapons malfunction, but everything's perfectly all right now. We're fine. We're all fine here now. Thank you. How are you?
But no, I'm definitely excited for Solo and everything. And also, another thing that I'm excited for.
Yes.
You ready for this?
Yes.
Solo season's coming to Star Wars Battlefront 2.
Battlefront 2!
Right here, Jabba.
Yes.
Yeah.
So, I am so stoked for this.
Oh,
yes. Oh, you tried, though.
I tried.
It was there.
I was there.
It's there.
To,
the electricity.
I know. You said stoked, and I was so excited.
We'll get it one
Sorry,
day.
one day. I was trying so hard with you. I don't know, like, if you could tell that I was trying that.
You were there. You were there. But yes, Solo season's coming to Battlefront 2. With it, we're getting a new map.
New map.
Jabba's Palace.
Oh my gosh, I'm so excited about this. I can't even, like, contain it. Because we had, for you Star Wars fans, I'm sure you played Infinity.
Yes.
Disney's Infinity. We had the Star Wars sets. Kind of wish it was still going, but it's fine.
Yeah, we have all those figures that we can't use.
Yeah, we have all those figures. And, you know, we kind of got, like, a little hint of Jabba's back on Tatooine.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Look at me, getting better. So we kind of had that little Jabba palace, and you know, you saw Jabba, you saw a couple robots, a couple little strayers kind of hanging around, and you could see, I think, the grate like that would fall into the Sarlacc.
But
no,
it didn't.
Sarlacc, but
The Rancor.
Thank you. I was like, that's not right. That's not right. The Rancor. My bad. Same movie, right? But
yeah.
Not the right saying. The Rancor, and we both so badly were like, Urban.
Yeah.
Like,
Where's the switch? I want to push you in here.
Right, we just really wanted to explore, and that's the thing that I think I miss so much about an Infinity is like you just didn't get to go inside anywhere. Like you had just a bunch of outside places, but nothing inside.
Yeah.
And that's one thing I've really enjoyed about Battlefront so far is you got to go into Maz's castle. And you got to just kind of explore, and they're like everything.
Oh, I love doing that. You and I do that for hours.
I get distracted.
We did that with Bespin, where they just realized it.
Right,
Yeah.
and we do it with everything. Anything that's got like anything you can go in, we're just like, ooh, what's this? Ooh, what's that? And we're just like exploring. So,
oh, look, Slave 1.
Right, exactly, literally everything.
Yes, definitely. I'm very excited about it. I really, really hope that the Rancor pit is functional, because in the screenshots, it doesn't show a Rancor like where it should be, like behind the toothed door or whatever at the bottom, but it does show where that's there. So I have high hopes for this, because so the Jabba's Palace one, it's only going to be available in certain modes. So like Heroes versus Villains and the new Hero Showdown is where it's going to be available. So it's not going to be available like a wide thing, but with it being Hero Showdown, I actually just thought about this. Wouldn't it be awesome if there were like traps that you could use around the room, like the Rancor pit and everything? Have somebody walk across it, push a button, and they drop down Rancor.
But that wouldn't be very Battlefield, though. Not Battlefield.
Close.
Sorry. That wouldn't be very Battlefront, though, I feel like.
But that's the thing, though, is that we've never had a Hero Showdown. Like, we have Heroes versus Villains, but this is like a 2-on-2 kind of elimination round kind of deal.
Yeah, but, like, no one can do things like that, so why would that just jump in randomly, be like, oh, I randomly can set traps now.
I don't know.
Move that we didn't have a year ago.
Well, in the little article on StarWars.com where it was talking about it and everything, it said something to the effect of, like, being frozen in carbonite. And it could have just been them messing with words and stuff like that, but, like, it just kind of got me thinking, because, I mean, we didn't really get any traps in Ewok Hunt, and I was a little disappointed with that, but Ewok Hunt was still amazing.
Traps.
I mean, you didn't get to set them. That's what I meant.
Right. So what if it's the same thing? Like, you don't get to set them, but it's
they're there.
randomly
I
placed.
got you.
And
yeah.
You could be walking through a doorway, and all of a sudden you're like,
Those times where you're backing up from somebody and still trying to kill them, and then you fall into the Rancor pit.
Right. Like, who knows?
Or go against the wall and instantly turn into carbonite.
Right.
Yeah.
Maybe.
But yeah, I'm very excited about it. I'm just excited. I'm a lot of excited to be able to explore it. I think that's what I'm most excited for. Because, I mean, I hope that we can do it in, like, custom arcade or something like that. Probably not, because it'll be, like, a limited season. But we did get Crate. That stuck around.
True.
So that's a possibility. But, yeah. But yes, and then in June, the little release said that we'll actually get Solo themed skins. Oh, I forgot about the skins for Jabba's the Solo season. So we're getting 2 new skins. I know, how dare I? They're really awesome too. We're getting 2 new skins. Boushh Leia.
Ooh, yes.
Very excited about that.
Very excited.
And then Skiff Guard Lando. So his costume from Return of the Jedi.
Okay.
Where he's got the little mask with the teeth on it and everything.
Oh.
It looks really cool.
I'm not sure if I remember this one. You have to show that to me.
I'll show it to you. But yeah, it's really, really cool. I'm really excited for both of those. But additionally, we'll be getting more Solo skins. So I'm really hoping for a Donald Glover Lando skin.
I was literally
That's
about to
the
say
one
that.
I want.
I wonder if we'll get like a young Han and a young Lando.
Oh, absolutely. It would be a shame if we didn't. And then a young Chewie, too. Because Chewie looks different, too. He's got a different belt and everything.
Yeah,
So, yeah.
I guess there's less gray.
A little less gray.
Just kidding. I don't know. He's
10 years difference. So.
Right. I guess he's not gray at all, but...
But, yeah. So, I need that Lando Donald Glover in my life.
Most
like,
definitely.
if that becomes a skin, which please God let it be, that will be the one that I fight for. That would be so awesome.
Yeah, that'd be super cool.
Oh, definitely. But yeah, so in addition, so keeping with the Battlefront 2 news and everything, not Solo related, but kind of, not really. I don't know.
Yeah.
But anyways, at the end of the little, not really press release, the little article that they had about Battlefront 2's update, they had mentioned that the Starfighter Assault, which I really love to play, I know you're not a fan of, the Starfighter Assault is now becoming part of the custom arcade, so you can play it offline now, which is amazing because I love that mode. Why are you shaking your head?
Because I don't want it. Who asked for this?
Oh my gosh.
I didn't. No, I'm just kidding.
Well, this will be your opportunity to get better at it. So there you
I want
go.
to get better at it. I don't like anything that has to do with flying.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay.
Like, I don't. There's no games that I play where you have to fly.
Keep your feet firmly on the ground?
Yes. Or on an animal. That's cool, too. I don't care.
Oh, there you go.
Just no air. No air time.
No air time, no space time.
No, I'm good. I'm not very good at those. I don't care to be better. Really and truly. The last few times that we've been playing where I had to be in a ship, I was like, I think you actually played a lot of my story mode in a ship.
I did, yeah.
Because
you'd give it to me and everything, yeah.
Because I would die like 6 times, and then I'd be like, ugh! And I'd want to like throw my controller down, and Danny's like, calm down, it's just a game. But it's not. It's life. It's Star Wars. Not really, but...
See, you're getting the culture.
But yeah.
Who asked for this? Anyways. But yeah, I'm excited about it. Because that's one mode that's been missing. Because I know you and I were talking about, before they added all the new maps, how cool it would be if they added all the new maps and everything. And so I just recently got back into Starfighter Assault and everything, and I love playing it and everything. It's crazy, and it messes with my head because you're upside down all over the place or whatever. But it's a lot of fun. I really love it. So I guess I'll be playing that one pretty often.
You will. I'll watch from a distance.
From a distance.
From afar on the couch.
But yeah. So I'm really excited about that for sure. So that's all that we have officially. Did you have anything you wanted to add or anything like that?
I don't think so. That's all I've really seen about the, what's happening in Star Wars at the moment.
Okay. So still excited for Solo.
Yes.
Obviously.
Yes. Oh my gosh. Like it really is like approaching really quick.
Mm-hmm. So we actually have plans for Solo as well. We're going to be seeing it opening night, at which point, the very next day, you guys will have a spoiler-free review from us. So we're not going to spoil the movie for you, anything like that quick, but it will literally be out May 25th, where Kristen and I are literally just going to freak out about the Solo movie.
We're just going to tell you how horrible it was. No, I'm just kidding.
Either that.
No.
I think we're safer on the other side.
I
But
think we are, but but yeah, make sure you look out for that, especially if you aren't able to go jump on it or if you have doubts about it.
Mm-hmm.
Definitely keep it out for our show because we'll just, like I said, it's going to be spoiler free. We're not going to reveal anything, that's, related to the movie other than whether it was awesome or, just how cool it was.
Oh, definitely.
We might say it was twisty. Who knows? but yeah. So
how would you rate the Solo movie? Twisty.
Slight crunch. No, I'm just kidding.
Oh my gosh. But yeah, and then in addition to that too, that following Wednesday for our regular episode release, we're going to have our spoiler-filled review. So that's where we'll unleash all of it.
Yes.
And we'll have a special guest. Yeah. So stay tuned for that, for sure. A fellow podcasting friend. So yeah. So definitely keep an eye out for that, an ear out for that, or whatever out for that.
The above out for that.
check. But yeah, so guys, you can follow us on social media at Kessel Run Weekly, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. You can find us at kesselrunweekly.com if you haven't already followed us on Instagram or anything like that. And definitely hit the like button, subscribe, the notification bell, all that kind of stuff. And make sure that you guys subscribe to us and everything, so that way you don't miss an episode. Because we love talking with you guys. That's like 90% of the fun of doing this, is getting to talk with you guys about Star Wars. So we want to hear from you. So on our website, we have an email contact form thing that you can email us, and we'll talk back. So definitely try that out, guys. And Kristen, if you don't have anything else, you ready to close it out?
Yeah.
All right, cool. So guys, thank you so much for listening to Kessel Run Weekly. My name is Danny.
And I'm Kristen.
And may the Force be with you.
Always.